Zombie Apocalypse.
Now then, we are back yet again for another preview on one of the playoff teams for the Season 9 Champions Cup playoffs. And today we're going to have a look at the team coached by kind of a big deal, Mercy Flush, who had the choice between Nurgle and Halflings and decided to go with his Nurgle. Yes, so let's have a look. And this team was drawn against Lemons, what is a Skaven team, and coached by Projeki or something like that. I always murder the names, but he decided to go with these, and people would say Halflings or Nurgle. Yeah, you're gonna take Nurgle every time, but Mercy does love his Halflings. He really does, and he said it was a really tough choice, but in the end, he went with his Nurgle. And the first thing what stands out to me is this number 7 Pestigo. Beautiful. Agility 4, Strength 4. Basically, I would imagine, one of the ball carriers. Then he's got another Pestigo with Agility 4 as well. So his team's going very similar to some of Marquez's teams, where I'm thinking, right, we've got to get all the killy stuff and guard and all that stuff. And then they keep rolling Agility and well, I can't really say no to Agility. And but only 2 Mighty Blow. It's only 6 block. And this is the problem when you have Chaos and Nurgle. And I was speaking to Space Magic on the Blood on the Box talk show yesterday about Chaos and Nurgle have never won a championship either on the PC, the PS4, and the Xbox. And it's easy to see when you see teams like this. 1780. And what am I getting from a bang from a buck? Not much. Really not much at all. You look at this team and then you look at some of the other teams at this sort of TV and you think, crikey, it's ridiculous. And unfortunately, that's something Mercy's going to have to just handle. The good news is, though, Mercy's been in the players before with worse teams than this, and he's done really, really well. So if anyone can do it, Mercy can. Like I said, it's a solid team. You got 6 block there, 4 Mighty Blow pieces, so if that starts kicking, that'll help. He's got Pesco with with extra arms, 2 agility, so they shouldn't have a problem picking the ball up. And I think number 7 could be the ball carrier, just because it'll be harder to take down as well. He's got Blodge Nurgle Warrior, Mighty Blow Nurgle Warrior, only 1 guard piece on the team, only 1 tackle piece on the team. Oh God, is Skaven what he wants to come up against first up? Well, his Beast of Nurgle is going to have to try and do something, but against 4 Gut Runners, who knows? But like I say, it's a no-frill team, but is undeveloped in my opinion. And the thing is, he's only played 20 games. I think what it was is he didn't think he was going to get in with Nurgle, and then Duran chose his Orcs, what left the Nurgle door wide open, because V-Power V was another Nurgle coach, didn't bother with there being no cash, I think, this season, so no one really went Nurgle. So in the end, Mercy thought, you know what, I'll take them, thanks very much. Ironically, Duran beat his Nurgle last time out 2-0, and that, I think, put Duran's Orcs above Mercy's Orcs. So there you go. So yeah, I mean, like I say, 2-1 loss to the Nightwings there, who are in the competition. It's a decent record, 2-0 there against the Punk Rockers and Rotten Wastelands. I mean, he'll be glad to hear that it's not a team I really fancy this season. So the Bernie Curse will not be touching this team. He's got an alright first round draw. What he could progress from against the Skaven, I think that's a very, very close game to call. But again, it's a TV value, and this isn't Mercy's fault. This is just the way it is with Nurgle and Chaos, unfortunately. Until they get to like the 2000 Promised Land, they're not very good compared to the rest of the teams. So I think he's going to struggle. I think the team's solid. I think he'll probably get further than me, though. So I suppose that's not saying much. Needs a lot of development. I'm looking at this team. He's 2 away from number 6, an MVP away from number 8. I'd probably look at getting maybe in a couple of rotters and just fouling like calcium casters every turn, just keep stamping and stamping and stamping, trying to get removals that way. So the biggest thing with this team to me is the coach. The team itself, I would have had a problem playing this. I'd have been quite happy to play this team. It doesn't scare me one bit, and the coach would worry me more because obviously he's a very good coach. But yeah, it's I'm sorry, Messi, I can't really get excited with it. It's a standard no frills build. Nothing against you or your team, because obviously for the amount of games you played, it's a really good team for the games you played. It just needs a lot more development. We know why it hasn't been developed. And like I said, never say never. My Bretonians, what was it, 4, 5, 6 games they played going into the playoffs and they got to the final. So never say never. Anybody can win. They're all good coaches when you get to this thing. But he's going to have to play out of his skin. And he's got no in Griff we trust to get him out of the mire. So he's going to have to do it all on himself. But as we know, Messi Flush is a kind of a big deal. Remembering myself, take me right